Jaguar Racing Channel. This is Limerock 2020 in the XJ6C Coupe. Alright, there was the whistle. So it's going to be about a minute before the race gets started. And you can see there I'm turning off the air conditioning. I pushed in the clutch, picked a gear. Forgot I left the parking brake on, and I stalled the car. Alright, here we go. We got to get on the track. We get it restarted. Get out in front of the XJS, and we are doing our warm-up lap. Wave to the attendants. They're volunteers, I think. They're so helpful. They're amazing people. And now we're queuing up on pit lane. And we're going. Warm-up lap. Just checking my gears. Just warming up the tires, taking it easy right now. You can see the field of cars in the distance. And we're following right now, following I think that's an F-Type and a Corvette in front of it. And there's an blue XJS 6-speed behind me. There we go, coming up the hill. The car can get a little light right there. And we got the F-Type pouring it on and braking before the turn. I'm going to use the curbs a little bit. I'm getting ready. Still the warm-up lap. Coming down the main straight. And now we're going to give her the beans. Or maybe not. Maybe we'll let, I think we're going to let the XJS go by and get some video of it. There it goes. Okay, and that was an Audi Subaru and an Audi S5. That was super fast. Navigating Big Bend, working on my line, using the curves. Actually, I think the blue car is a Ford Focus RS. That was a professional race car driver, I believe. Like I missed a gear there, so I dropped back a little bit. I'm gonna make it up right here. So I'm leaning over. Oh, I hit the wipers. Ergonomics, not the Jags, strong suit. All right, now we're gonna bunch up on the brakes. And that's the Subaru. So bunching up into Big Bend, Subaru got by me. Traffic. I think we're going to see some action on the downhill into the main straight. Using the go pedal, keeping up with that Subaru. And trying to get the inside line. Go on the downhill. Got on the gas a little bit late. We're gonna ahead in the F-type. And we're going to outbrake the XJS. And we're going to chase that Subaru for a little while. Putting a little bit of distance. They're right there in Big Bend. We'll see if we can, maybe it'll hit some traffic and we'll catch up. Using the curbs, we're driving there. This comes an XK8, I believe. Got the point by. The XK8 guy was training someone. But now it's going to be really super tough to catch that Subi because he's got a good lead on his part of the track. Maybe I'll catch up here on the straight. We got the horsepower for that. Using the curb, sliding it out. And that Subi's nowhere to be found. And we'll late brake at the 1 into Big Bend. Subi's getting closer. This is this part of the track where the Subaru's going to shine. All the twisties. Letting it out wide. Such a heavy car, you got to do that. Got to use the whole track. Here we go. Pressure on the downhill. I'm going to give it some gas. Drop the gear. Came a little hot into Big Bend. Well, it looks like that Subaru really ran away from me. At some point, the Subaru ended its track experience with that blown engine. So that was really rough sledding for those guys, getting towed home. just happy the car, you know, stayed together and did lap after lap, 120 down the straight, you know, 1 minute, 10-second laps. There's a little downshift for you and a little tire squeal, a little braking into Big Bend, and here we go. Oh, we're starting to see some traffic now. Like I was saying, I'm just happy the car stayed together. And I drove it to the track and drove it home. No, it stayed together for the most part. A couple of small things. But we've, you know, fixed them, got back out on the track. Got to keep that wheel straight going up that hill, because you got to accelerate. You don't want to lose it right there. A lot of hard surfaces right there. I got to tell you, driving on the track is exhausting. Probably pretty tired at this point. Driving for about 12 minutes at this point. Using those curbs. Looks like I'm reeling somebody in. That's a red XK8. Late braking at 2, diving into Big Bend. Didn't shift. I probably got tired and lost my concentration at this point. I lost my concentration on it. Almost went on the grass there. Coming up on somebody. What the? That's a Acura Integra, I believe. RS. That car is pretty fast. Now I'm pissed. Because that guy just drove around me. Looks like he's hitting a little bit of traffic, so that's a Corvette. We're gonna outbrake. Late braking right there. Didn't brake till 1. Late brake the Integra. I'm looking for him, making sure he's not coming in on my inside. This is where that light limit car is going to shine. I'm driving. There he goes. I think at this point I missed a shift and those guys just ate me up, and I'm tired at this point. It's I think about 20 minutes of driving, and I know I'm tired and I'm going into the pits because I got nothing left. So that's the end of, I think this is one of the last laps. This may even be the last session for Limerock 2020. Still some cars out there, but I came in early because I had to work on my endurance, cardio, stamina. Yeah, I'm just saying there's nothing left in the car because this is the end. I'm tired, and the car didn't do any better than it had done on previous sessions, so I didn't make any better time. So I don't know why that is. It's probably because of the tires. I think I tried to up the air pressure, and that maybe wasn't a good idea. I just wasn't as fast in this session as I was in some previous sessions. I did my best time in some previous sessions, so I'm clearly disappointed, but it was a long weekend and I was just exhausted at that point.